No, right in front of.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 2987 State versus Marie Angelica Hinojosa. Could I have parties announced?
Yes, Marty and also
Monica?
Marty.
Mari. Okay, I'm gonna work on that. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that. So it's Mari and Angelica Hinojosa.
Correct.
Can I have parties announced?
State. Elizabeth Settle for the defense.
And are you Mari?
Marty, yes.
Angelica Hinojosa? All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it? Are you the same Mari Angelica Hinojosa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 2987 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on March 2nd, 2022 for a period of 2 years and extended for a total of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 4 in Berry County, Texas, the defendant Mari Angelica Hinojosa did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May, July, and August 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
That's true.
He would have been there.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court can find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is none. The state is grant the state's motion enter an adjudication of guilt against the defendant with supervision and sentence for 2 to 5 years in this prison. The reason that the state is asking for that is the defendant over the NPR large for adjudication since 2022. And had 2 prior NPRs, one that was resolved in 2022 where the court added sufficient to help her with her reporting issue back then, and then one that was resolved in 2023 where she was ordered to move status. Now, I will concede it does look like she just successfully completed status. However, she did not follow through with the aftercare and then just basically absconded from the jurisdiction of the court. And for those reasons, we're asking for
Judge, I'm asking that you follow what probation's recommendation was in the court summary. Extend her for 1 year with GPS and ISP supervision for the duration of her probation. Judge, she did complete the status successfully. I believe there was a violation during the aftercare, but she did the bulk of that as well. Judge, she does have a job. She would have a job when she gets out. She's now become aware of vealing, which was, she had transportation problems, which led to some of these violations. So we're just asking one more chance, Judge. She's has no prior felonies. And we're just asking that you allow her to continue on her probation.
All right, why did you disappear? You want to raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Why did you disappear?
I just, like she said, I was having transportation issues. I was living out in Lotus. I did complete, and then I got switched to a new probation officer. I asked him if, because I was having issues getting weight, like to my probation office. There's no buses where I was staying, and I wasn't aware of the Via Link system. So I
Wasn't aware of what?
It's called Via Link, and it's like where if you live where there's no buses, they'll pick you up and then they'll drop you off at the nearest bus stop.
So when did you become aware of this?
A few months ago. So
how did you become aware of that?
a friend of a friend had told me about it because he was living out there in Helotes also, and he told me about it, and I was like, okay, so now I know about that, but I didn't know about it then.
Why didn't you investigate that beforehand? Because reporting for probation is the number one
No,
thing.
you're right, and there's no excuse for me not going.
So the only time you researched that was when?
I didn't, like, I tried to figure out ways.
No. When is the time that you decided, hey, let me research this?
Well, I had researched it prior, just didn't find anything, but somebody told me about it. And so that's how I learned about it.
So you were having a conversation with someone. When did you have a conversation with someone concerning your inability to go to probation? because of lack of transportation?
it was months ago, just months ago, honestly. But yeah, that's the reason, I just didn't have a way to get to probation. And then I couldn't contact my probation officer. So I know that's not really an excuse.
So what do you mean you couldn't contact your
I
probation?
have tried reaching him by phone
Mhm.
and I left him voicemails. He never contacted back. He never responded to none of my
And
emails.
when would you have made these phone calls?
Prior to me getting to not going to report. So I believe it was the beginning of May. And I didn't hear from him. He didn't come back. So
All right, any questions?
So Ms. Inglesa, when you were placed on probation, you provided the address of 10950. Okay, and are you still living at that address of the you were placed as a visitors? Okay, and so probation says that they went out to make or attempt to make contact with you for your failing to report certain in 2024. What explanation do you have for everything on you?
I'm not sure. I had gave my probation officer, I believe it was a copy of one of the bills from, it wasn't in mining, but it was the bill for my friend who I was staying with. And so I'm not sure why they weren't able to get a hold of me there. Cause that's where I'd been staying up until I got arrested.
Okay, and you were arrested on October 20th or October 15th or 16th of 2026. That's it.
16th, yes, correct.
That's correct.
Mhm.
Okay, and basically that's the only reason that you're before the court today is because you were arrested for the offenses and criminal trespass and criminal possession. Correct? You must know.
Any further questions?
If the judge gives you one more chance on probation, what do you think the most important things you need to do before staying in contact with? Do you have a place to live?
Yes.
Okay. Is that with a friend or?
It would be with grandpa.
Is it important to you to keep your deferred adjudication status?
Yes.
Wow. But that's all I had, and I would also just, re-urge what I'm asking the court to do. But if you do decide to revoke her, we would ask for a 2-year sentence. She did do a lot when she was reporting, and thank you, Judge.
So this criminal trespass case and the criminal mischief. So criminal mischief means that someone is alleging that there is property that has been damaged. So I'm not taking the criminal mischief as true. I'm not taking the criminal trespass as true. But was she arrested at the location of the alleged criminal trespass and the alleged criminal mischief?
Yes, Judge. Yes, sir.
How far was that away from your house?
Not sure. It was a little bit.
Did you walk?
A friend would pick me up real late at night, and because I had nowhere to go at that time, and so I finally got hold of a friend who picked me up. And
see, here's the thing: if it's important, you're supposed to treat it like it's important. You can find a friend to go pick you up, allegedly commit a criminal mischief and criminal trespass, but you can't find a friend to take you to meet with your probation officer. I just don't think that you're appropriate for probation. This is not the first time there's been a motion to revoke has been filed against you. You were aware of what you needed to do to be in compliance. You were only supposed to be on deferred adjudication for 2 years, but then it had to be extended because you were not doing what you were supposed to be doing. You were not following the rules. So I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation, and I'm not going to continue you. So the court is going to find you guilty, revoke. There's to be no residing in household with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Give you credit for any time served. I'll request the therapeutic community for her. Credit for any time served that's successful completion of inpatient treatment. and the court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation and the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Yes. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002-957W State versus Maniquita De Jesus Barrera. Could I have parties announced?
Megan Gallagher, State.
And for the defense?
Good morning, Judge. Alfonso Cabañas for Ms. Barrera.
And are you Ms. Barrera?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Barrera, you have an attorney, a previous attorney appointed to you.
Yes, ma'am.
That attorney is in jury trial,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
he's been in jury trial and misdemeanor court for 3 days. He informed the court that you wanted the new counsel assigned. He is fine with counsel being assigned. So do you have any objections to Mr. Cabanas being assigned as your new attorney?
That's fine.
All right, and Mr. Cabanas, you were assigned today. Do you request any time to prepare?
No, Judge, we were 10 days to prepare.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Barrera, did you review the motion to revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Maniquita Barrera who's placed on community supervision in 2025 CR 002-957W for the offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information items under 5 on March 13, 2025 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of solution number 8 on or about 20th day of July 2025, where County taxes the defendant Ida Barrera failed to report a change of address to supervision officer in violation of condition number 8.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 8, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 8? Court will find violation of condition number 8 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Judge. State is requesting that you grant this and revoke the defendant's supervision. That's supposed to be based on things that are contained within the course company.
All right. And defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking that the court follow the recommendation by probation to send Ms. Barrera to felony drug court.
All right. So probation,
Yes, Judge.
is that what probation is recommending?
So the recommendation on the court summary is to amend for a TAP recommendation that she go to SATIV. She remains in Bear County until she gets participate in SATIV. Once she's medically cleared. I did look over previous information from the last MTR. This is her second MTR. She's been on probation not even a year, Judge. The last MTR, she was supposed to go to a NOS program. She wasn't accepted into NOS. She was supposed to have a felony drug court evaluation, and then return back to court. That did not happen. She was not accepted into the NOS because my notes indicate the NOS program didn't accept her insurance.
Okay. So any objections to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So here's the thing. Do I think you would be a good candidate for probation? No. We've tried things. But am I willing, maybe maybe things will change. Maybe there can be some help for you. I know that from reading this, well, I don't know why the tears are here, because I will tell you this, I appreciate the tears, right?
It's not even a fun.
But let me just tell you, just like the song says, tears do not make flowers grow. And the problem is you haven't been stepping up to the plate and doing what you're supposed to do. I'm reading the court summary, and you know what it says in here? Your parents have custody of your other children due to CPS issues. No, that's what that says here.
That's what it says, but I have I can get paperwork and proof from Attorney General that I have full rights to custody of my kids.
You should.
And I'm the custodial parent of all three. It's just, I'm waiting on my housing.
You should.
I've been bouncing from place to place, so that's why I didn't want to.
Let me just tell you, you should not have custody of your children. And this is what I don't understand. And I want you to internalize what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean, but people are just going out here having children, have no means to financially support them. According to this, you have 3 other children. So when I would do CPS cases, you know what I would tell my clients? I'm like, look, I'm going to give you a pass on your first child. Maybe you don't know, nobody told you how babies are made, right? So I'm going to give you a pass for that. But I would have clients who would be 20 years old and have 5 children. And I'm doing the math in my head. At some point, everybody knows where children are made. Do you know I had a CPS case once, and they were saying, well, Stephanie, we're going to place the child with the great grandparent. I was like, well, that's going to mess things up because, I'm hoping everybody will live forever. But I'm like, that great grandparent is too old. No, not too old. On the CPS side, we have grandparents who are like 40. I actually represented somebody once. I was representing the baby. And you know how old that baby's mom was? 12. People out here just running around, having children, not giving them any idea of what life is all about, just procreating. And here you are, you're out here just procreating. And you have no means to support. Oh, I'm placing my children with my grandparents because I don't want to be bouncing from place to place because I don't have a place to stay. Whose fault is that? Yours? Get a job. People always will find a place to make a baby, but they don't have a place to support their children. Now your children are with the maternal grandparents, and trust grandparents, guess what they want to do? They just want to be the fun grandparent. There are no rules here. I'm going to spoil my grandbabies and then send them back home to you. But they can't because you're not doing anything.
I've actually been waiting on my housing.
Now, here's the thing. You're waiting on housing. Guess what? You're not providing that housing. The government is providing housing, which means taxpayers are providing housing. And I got news for you. There's a government shutdown. And I don't know why you would choose to get pregnant, because people know how babies are made, when you don't have your life together and you don't even have your 3 children with you. Now you're crying before me because you don't want to go to the state jail facility. And let me just tell you, I would send you for 2 years, right? And you know what would end up happening? You would be at the state jail facility. And when your baby was born, somebody would be right there to pick up your baby. Somebody in the form of the state, Child Protective Services. And either it would be placed with your maternal grandparents, but your mom may say, you know what? I can't take any more children. And then you know what ends up happening? Then your siblings are separated because somebody will adopt your baby. Your attorney will tell you, guess what? It's always easy to get a newborn baby adopted because you know why? People are looking to adopt children. Guess what they figure? There isn't too much damage that a parent could have done to this child unless they were using drugs while they were carrying the child. They are ready to go and take that baby. And you know, on the CPS side, when you place children with foster parents, they're just supposed to foster. We're going to be here. We're a stopgap for the parent. The parent's going to get their life together. But you know what really happens? Foster parents fall in love with the children. Next thing you know, they're hiring an attorney, and that attorney is filing motions so that they, your child, and your rights can be terminated. And then that's how you have a bunch of people walking around on the planet, don't even know they're related, because people like you are just procreating. And then you come before me crying because you haven't done what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to give you a choice. Do I think you will be successful on this probation? Absolutely not. But, I can be proved wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I can send you, let you do your two years at the state jail facility now, or you're going to stay at the jail till you're ready to be transferred to inpatient treatment or felony drug court. And I can tell you, felony drug court, they have said they're down a probation officer, so they can't take as many people or accept as many people as they normally would. So that's where we are. But suffice it to say, you're not going to be with your child. So either you're not going to be with your child because you're going into the state jail facility for 2 years, or either you're not going to be with your child because you're going to be in inpatient treatment. And with your child, if your grandparents don't pick up your child from the prison of the Bexar County Child Protective Services, they're going to be called anyway. They're going to do an investigation to see if it's appropriate for your child to go with your maternal grandparents. And if they say no, then CPS will have custody of your child. And I see in here where your mother don't even know where you are. Spoke to mom who stated she hasn't seen her daughter, but I'll tell her to call probation if she finds her. So instead of you helping your mother with your children, you're just out here procreating. So which do you prefer? 2 years in the state jail facility, or either you're going to remain in the state jail facility, remain here at the Bexar County Jail till you're transferred to somebody's inpatient treatment or felony drug court. Which do you prefer?
I would like to try to get rehab or drug court now.
All right, the court is going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions. She's to remain in custody for a transfer to felony drug court. We're going to do an updated TAP. And regardless of what the TAP says, it's going to be inpatient treatment. And once she's released, there's going to be field visits until further notice. Is there anything else?
Not from defense counsel, Judge.
All right, we can go off the record. So do not come to me. If you're back here again for this, don't come because you're wasting your tears. Not helping flowers grow. You understand? All right. If you graduate from felony drug court, I'll come to your graduation.
Can I say something?
Sure.
The only thing is I waited 9 weeks before I was notified that the rehab nurse had rejected me. I do have Medicaid. I'm not understanding why they rejected my Medicaid. And I wasn't told, they never called me out. I barely got my court date 2 weeks ago to reappear in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have, I kept asking and asking what the situation was with my case, and they wouldn't tell me.
Let me ask you this. All of your trying, you were successful in finding time to find some guy and have a baby, become pregnant. You're able to do that, but you were not able to be present for your field visits. You're not available to report to probation because they couldn't find you. You're able to do all of that.
I was reporting on this came dirty about UA. I wouldn't show up for my report dates.
No, they tried to find you. They could not.
That's where I just found
So
I was kicked out from where I was staying, and my belongings had got stolen. My cell phone had got stolen. That's why I wasn't able to receive the phone call.
but here's the thing. You were able to contact someone so you could have a baby and
I
become
was
pregnant.
already pregnant by the time I got out to probation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good luck to you.